morning to all the students. Today we will go for few numericals on the nuclei topic. In the last class, I finished the topic nuclei. Now we will go here is the question based on the nuclei, and the question is of two parts. One is two stable isotopes of lithium 6,3 and lithium 7,3. Isotopes are the elements which have the same atomic number but differ in mass number, have a respective abundance of 7.5% and 92.5%. The isotopes of masses 6.01512 U indicates atomic mass unit, and another is 7.016 U respectively. Find the atomic weight of the lithium. We have to find out first the atomic weight of the lithium. Now here we have the atomic weight of the nuclei is equal to weighted average of isotopes. Average weight of the isotopes, and this we are going to find here atomic weight equal to, here we have the two isotopes. One is 6.01512 and its abundance is 7.5. So therefore here while finding the average, so that mass of the isotope into what percent of abundance will be there. So therefore here 6.01512 into its abundance is 7.5 plus the another isotope is 7.01600 U into its abundance is 92.5%, 92.5 divided by its total abundance is 7.5 plus 92.5. This we have to simplify. ಇದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 6.01212 into 7.5 plus 7.01600 into 92.5 divided by 7.5 plus 92.5. So this gives the atomic weight of the lithium, and here you have to multiply. Better if you want to use the calculators, because of this simplification will be odd numbers will be there, big numbers are there. For that purpose you are able to use the calculator. By using this calculator you have to simplify. Denominator you are going to get 100 and numerator you have to simplify, and final result, that is what the atomic weight of the lithium is 6.941. By simplification this we will get 6.941 U. U is nothing but atomic weight. That is the way to calculate it, and this is what to find the atomic weight. Sum of the masses of the isotopes including with the abundance divided by total abundance. Adana find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Similarly second one here B, boron has two stable isotopes, boron 10.5 and boron 11.5. These their respective masses are 10.01294 U and another is 11.00931 U, and the atomic weight of boron is 10.81 U. Atomic weight will be given. So you have to find out what is the abundance of boron 10 and boron 11. So for that purpose, let us we will consider, let X percent be the abundance of boron 10 and 100 minus X for be the abundance this we will go for the percentage. Now atomic weight equal to weighted average of isotopes. Here atomic weight equal to average of weighted average of isotopes. Here mass of the one isotope is how much we have? One is 10.01 10.01294 into its abundance. Its abundance is x% plus the mass of the another isotope, that is 11.00931 into 100 minus x is the abundance divided by x plus 100 minus x, and this gives x cancel. Here you have to go to again multiply. Here this atomic weight will be given. Atomic weight of this abundance will be given, and that atomic weight here I will write it. Step 2. That is the one step I will write it. So here atomic weight, how much it will be given? The atomic weight of the boron is 10.81. So therefore here this is 10.81 equal to, this we have to multiply 10.01294x plus, you have to simplify this one. So what you are going to get in 1100.931 plus into minus 11.00931 divided by 100. Divided by 100. This into x will be. So now by cross multiplication this becomes 100 minus 100 into 10.81 means, by cross multiplication 100 into 10.81 is 1081 we will get. This is 10.01294x minus 11.00931x plus 11000931. Again you have to solve for x. You have to solve, this is solve for x. By mathematical treatment you have to solve, this is for x, and here we will get the value of x will be, the value of x is 19.9. X value by solving this 19.9%, and y value, sorry, another value is 100 minus x, that it will be gives 100 minus 19.9 which is equal to 80.1. Is it right? So this is what the relative abundance of the two isotopes. This you have to solve for x. X is solved also, so you will get the value. This is about what? The determination of atomic weight and the abundance which is present in the atom or in the element. This is one of the numerator. Now next we will go the second question, which is also similar to this one. And here is the question: the three stable isotopes of neon. Three stable isotopes of neon. Three stable isotopes of neon. Neon 10, 20, 22. Sorry, 20, 21, 22. Neon 20. We have 10. Neon 21, 10. Neon 10, 22. As you know it already, isotopes are elements which have the same atomic number respective abundance of 90.51%, 0.27%, 0.27%, and third one is 9.22%. 9.22%. The atomic masses of these isotopes are the atomic masses of these isotopes are 19.99 U, 20.99 U, and 21.99 U, respectively. Now finally we have to find out here, obtain the average atomic mass of neon. Average atomic mass of neon, which is nothing but atomic weight of the neon. Obtain average atomic mass means atomic weight of neon. Again, for this atomic weight, I will write it in short. 80 atomic weight equal to, as you all known already, now I wrote it previously, the weighted average of the isotope. Weighted average of isotopes, and this is equal to sum of the product of atomic masses with their abundance divided by total abundance, and that is what you have, the mass of one isotope neon, which has 19.99 and its abundance is 90.5, plus next mass of the isotope is 20.99 and its abundance is 0.27, plus the another mass is 21.99 and its abundance is 9.22. This divided by total abundance is 90.51 plus 0.27 plus 9.22. This you have to again multiply this, then sum divided by total, and divided by total you are going to getting 100 because of total abundance is 100%. 90.51 plus 0.27 plus 9.22, 279, 9 plus 1 is 10, that is 0. Then carry 1, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 1 again 10. So carry 1, 9 plus 0, 9 plus 1, 10. So here again carry 10. So this is what you are going to get divided by 100. Again here you have to multiply by using the calculator and sum, then divide it. So what you will get the answer, which is nothing but the average atomic weight of the element, that is the neon, which has 3 isotopes and their respective abundance will be given, and the answer you are going to get 20.17 U. This is what the another question. How to find out the atomic weight of the isotopes given and their abundance is given. During that, how to simplify or how to get that quick, that I gave you the two numerics. And next question, obtain the binding energy of nitrogen. Third one, obtain the binding energy of nitrogen nucleus. Nitrogen nucleus. Nitrogen nucleus. Given nitrogen nucleus. Given mass of nitrogen. Given mass of nitrogen. Mass of nitrogen, that is equal to 14.00307 U. Here we have to find out the binding energy in mega electron volt. Binding energy in mega electron volt. So for that purpose, as I told while explaining the binding energy, in which the binding energy can be determined or can be calculated by using the relation, that is mass defect into 931 mega electron volt. Mass defect into 931 mega electron volt, that gives the binding energy. If you will go divided by mass number, then you will get the specific binding energy. But here they ask only the binding energy. So for that purpose here, we have to find out the mass of the constituent particles of nitrogen nucleus. And as you know, in the nitrogen nucleus or any nucleus, it will be consists of protons and neutrons. Any nucleus, it will be consists of number of protons and number of neutrons. So for that purpose, it is important to know the mass of the proton in terms of atomic mass unit and mass of the neutron in terms of atomic unit, and that better to write it here. Mass of proton is 1.00728 U and mass of neutron is 1.00. These are the masses will be given, or you have to note it, 1.00867 U. Now here is the mass defect delta M equal to sum of the mass of protons and neutrons. As you know it, here is the nitrogen, which has the atomic number is 7, and that atomic number 7, it will be represents that it is the number of protons. It also the atomic number of protons, and 14 that represents the mass number. A is here 14 and Z is here 7. Therefore, the number of neutrons, that is A minus Z, which is equal to 14 minus 7 equal to 7. So therefore here the sum of the mass of protons, so Z into Mp plus A minus Z into Mn minus mass of nitrogen. That is, this is the case. This type of relation, better to use it so that it is easy to calculate. Now Z is how much here? 7 will be the Z into mass of proton 1.00728 plus A minus Z, that is 14 minus 7 into 1.00867 minus How much you have here? That is 14.00307. And keep it in mind, here is the mass will be, we are going to be getting in terms of atomic mass unit. If it will be in terms of atomic mass unit, then directly you have to find out the energy by multiplying 931 mega electron. Because of already in theory I was given to you the energy equivalent to one atomic mass unit, which you got it 931 mega electron. So therefore here the mass is in terms of atomic mass unit is there. So directly you have to multiply with 931. Now you have to multiply. Idu multiplication mark. Here you will get 7. Here also 7. 7 is the common. 7 common 1 to 1.00728 plus 1.00867 minus 14.00307. Keep it in mind, this type of numericals, they have the values are in large numbers. Number ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ, significant figures will be more. If the significant figures are more, then multiplication and division it is somewhat difficult. अಷ್ಟು easy बरला, जल्दी calculate ಆಗಲ್ಲ. But CET में नहीं पढ़ाएंगे, CET में नहीं देते, theory में देते हैं सब. उसके लिए the ordinary calculator will be allowed for this type of questions. So here is 7 by adding these two. 8 plus 7 15 carry 1. 6 plus 2 8 plus 1 9. 8 plus 7 15 carry 1 1 0 minus 14.00307. I think you maybe know direct multiplication with 7. 7 5 is 35, that is carrying 3. 7 9 is 63, 66. Better to multiply carefully. Carefully multiply ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ multiplication and mistake ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ the whole problem you will get the wrong answer. 7 35 35 plus 6 41 carry 4. 7 is 7 plus 4 11 11 7 4 minus 14.00307, and this gives the mass defect, and this mass defect is 15 minus 7 here. 15 minus 7, that is 8. Here 5 remains. 5 minus 0 5. Here 1 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Here also 1 we will get. 1 minute 7. This is no result of mistake ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ wrong. 15 minus 7 ಅಂದರೆ 8. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಉಳಿಸಿ. 5 minus 0 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 5 ಬಂತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 1 minus 3 means 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3 is 8. 11 minus 3 is 8. Here 0 left. Here 0 minus 0 is 0. And here 1 left. 1 0. I think this is the mass. Check it once again if you want. Don't just it is subtraction. Now therefore binding energy equal to delta E equal to delta M into 931 mega electron. This is equal to 0.10858 into 931. This is your answer, that is in terms of mega electron. To multiply, adana multiplication ಮಾಡಿ. After multiplication, I think you maybe get the binding energy of this. You are going to get 101.9. This simplification ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, 101.9 mega electron. That is what your answer. Multiplication ಮಾಡಿ, using calculator you have to multiply 931 into this much. Ordinary ನೀವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, some they will do it. ಆದರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ you can use the calculator. That to ordinary calculator, not scientific calculator. So this is what the binding energy. If you want to go for specific binding energy, you will get the specific binding energy. If they ask the specific binding energy, binding energy equal to binding energy per nucleon. Binding energy per nucleon. Per nucleon is nothing but mass number. Per nucleon is mass number, and this is equal to 101.9 divided by, what is the mass number here? The mass number for nitrogen is 14 divided by 14, and this gives the specific binding energy. As you know, 14 7 98, I think. 14 7 98. What left here? 0.98. 101 minus 98 is 3 left. 3 and 9, 39. 19 2 28. 11 left. 110. 110 means almost 98, nearly 98. This is what? Specific binding energy of nitrogen. See here, the specific binding energy of nitrogen, which has a mass number, is 14. As I told in case of a theory, what I explained, the binding energy is on and always 7.8 to 8 mega electron volt for the elements which have the mass number is 30 to 170. Mass number is how much? 30 to 170 daga. The specific binding energy is on and always 8 mega electron volt. But here is the mass number for nitrogen is 14 only, which is less than 30. So therefore its mass by specific binding energy is less than 8 mega electron volt, and that is about 7.28 mega electron. And the elements which have the specific binding energy smaller value, they are unstable, whereas the elements which have the specific binding energies large value, they are stable elements. Now this is not that much of stable, it is unstable comparing to the elements which have the mass number is more than 30 and less than 170. Next question we will go here. Next question number 4. In India, nuclear power plants are producing. In India, nuclear power plants are producing power 10,000 megawatt. 10,000 megawatt. Assuming average efficiency. Assuming average efficiency of utilization of thermal energy. Utilization of thermal energy. Utilization of thermal energy produced in a reactor. Produced in a reactor. Produced in a reactor to be 25%. To be 25%. Calculate the amount of fissionable. Calculate the amount of fissionable uranium needed for the purpose, for the purpose. Thermal energy per fission, thermal energy per fission, of uranium-235 is about 200 mega electron, is about 200 mega electron volt. Avogadro's number, equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. 6.023 10 raised to 23 per mole. So here is a reactor, as I told while explaining the nuclear reactor. Here we have the nuclear reactors, in which we are going to getting a controlled chain reaction of nuclear fission reaction. So here we have, in India there are number of thermal power plants which are going to producing the electrical power. For that the nuclear fission reaction is going to taking place, which gives the thermal energy. And that thermal energy later will be converted into electrical power. And here is the nuclear power plant are producing a power is 10,000 megawatt. So that means here the required power, it will be required power from the power plant. Solution. What is the required power here? Required power from power plant. In India, we have a number of power plants. In Karnataka, there is a one power plant there. That is what we will call it as a Kaiga Anuvidyut Sthavara. Kaiga atomic power plant in Karnataka we have, whereas in Tamil Nadu, in Chennai, there is another thermal power plant, that is Kalpakam power plant antada, Bombay nallada, Baba Atomic Research Center, Maharashtra nallu kelavadada. So these atomic power plants in which the nuclear fission reaction can be realized, which gives the first thermal energy and later will be converted into electrical power. And here is the required power from the power plant, and that will be 10,000 megawatt. 10,000 megawatt. As you know, by powers, mega is nothing but 10 raised to 6. Mega raised to 10 raised to 6 also. Adukku 10 raised to 6 into 10,000. Totally it becomes 10 raised to 10 watt is the power. And as you know, the watt is the unit of power, which is nothing but the rate of doing work, means energy per second. That is what? Energy per second. And this also we are going to converting. Energy is measured in joules and time in joule per second. Right? Radical joule per second. No, very low. Now the required energy, required electrical energy from the power plant. Required energy. Which energy here? Power electrical energy. Electrical energy from power plant. And this water energy 10 raised to 10 watt or 10 raised to 10 joules per second. 1 second is last energy. In 1 year in 1 year, how many seconds that we have to multiply? And that is what here we are going to get 10 raised to 10 into 1 year we have 365 days. Into every day there are number of seconds, as you know, in 36 in 1 year, in 1 day 24 hours, and each hour 60 minutes, each minute 60 seconds, total 24 into 60 into 60, which you will get 86,400. This much is the amount of electrical energy per year. That much is the amount of electrical energy obtained per year. Now here, so what amount of nuclear fusions can take place here? And this answer here you are going to getting by simplification of this. ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 365 into 86400 ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ you will get the total energy required is 3.156. ಇದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು 3.156 into 10 raised to 17 joules. ಇಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ? ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಈಚ್ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಂಟದ? 200 ಮೆಗಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದ? 25% ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದ. Only 25% of this thermal energy is converted into electrical energy. So that means 25% of 200 just will get 50 mega electron volt in each fission. So how many fission reactions will be takes place? That we have to find. So number of fission per year. Here available electrical energy per fission. Available electrical energy per fission. ಇದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ per fission, that is only of 25% of 200 mega electron volt, and this is equal to 200 into 25 divided by 100. This we will get 50 mega electron volt. How much it will be? 50 mega electron volt. So therefore the number of moles needed, number of moles are here. We will go first. How much we will get? This is 50 into mega electron volt. Sorry, 50 mega electron volt. If you want this, you have to convert it in terms of joules, and that is what 50 into mega is 10 raised to 6 into electron volt is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 9. So total it becomes 5 into 16, 80. 80 into 10 raised to, how much you are getting? 6 minus 19, that is minus 13 joule. This is 10 into 10 raised to, sorry, 80 into 10 raised to minus 13 joules of energy. You get it? Now the number of fission per year. How many fissions can take place per year? Number of fission. Because of here we got it, energy per fission we got it. Number of fissions per year equal to each fission how much energy we have? 80 into 10 raised to minus 13 joules. 80 into 10 raised to minus 13. And energy what we got it? Each fission 8 into 10 raised to or 80 into 10 raised to minus 13. So therefore here the number of fissions per year, how much energy is needed per year? 3.156 into 10 raised to 17. Total energy 1.56 into 10 raised to minus 17 divided by per fission what energy we are getting? 80 into 10 raised to minus 13. If you want 8 into 10 raised to minus 12 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ कर सकते हैं वैसा divided by your 8 into 10 raised to minus 12. This it will be used if you want 31.56 divided by 8 into 10 raised to 11 ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ 16 minus 12 becomes plus 12. This is 28 fusions. Number of fusions ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು 31.56 divided by 8. If you want you can multiply 8 24 remains 6 plus 7 means 75 8 64 8 9 is 72 8 9 is 72 72 on rest 3 75 3 36 4 5 I think this is this much of fusions can take place per year. How much? 3.945 into 10 raised to 28 fusions will be takes place. So number of moles needed. How many number of moles will be needed? In each mole, how many atoms are there? In each mole, the number of atoms will be equal to Avogadro's number. So therefore, the number of moles needed. Number means uranium, how many moles will be needed for this much of energy, and that is what here number of moles equal to number of atoms, and that number of atoms is 6.023 3.945 10 raised to 28 divided by Avogadro's number, and that Avogadro's number is 6.023 10 raised to 23. This is in terms of grams you will get. That you are going to getting in terms of grams, and by simplifying this 3.945 divided by 6.023 into 10 raised to 28 minus 23 it becomes 5. Otherwise 39.45 divided by 6.023 into 10 raised to 4 grams. This is the amount of uranium which is required. The divide ಮಾಡಿದಂತೆ you will get about 5 point something, and that is nearly 6 is 36. So nearly 6.55. ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇದು 6.55 into 10 raised to 4 grams of energy. How much you get? 6.55 grams. Each element or each uranium, this is number of moles we are going to get it. This is number of moles ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. This becomes number of moles, and this is multiplied with uranium 235. 1 mole of uranium 235 is 235 grams. This is one. Again you have to multiply. This answer will be used in terms of grams. Idu bartada in terms of grams. Idu barodu. This you will get in terms of moles. And in 1 mole 235 grams. Equivalent mass of the uranium 235 is 1 equivalent gram. 1 gram of equivalent of mass of substance is equal to 235 grams. Adike 235 grams multiplication ಮಾಡಿ. After the multiplication here you are going to getting 6.55 into 235, which is nearly equal to 1.54. 1.54 into 10 to the power ಇದು into will point up with 307 grams. 1.54 into 10 raised to 7 grams, and this you have to convert into kg. 1 gram or 1000 grams equal to 1 kg. So therefore 1.54 into 10 raised to 7 minus 3, that is 4 kg. Otherwise 1.5400 kg. This much of mass of uranium, that much of kg of uranium will be needed per year. If you want to get the power is 10,000 megawatt. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10,000 megawatt energy will be required, and the efficiency of thermal energy is converted into power, that is only 25% efficiency is there, and each fission what amount of energy will be realized or will be released, that is 200 mega electron volt. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ this amount of energy required from the power plant is 10,000 watt. That is 10,000 watt is joules per second. In 1 second that much of energy will be required. In 1 year how much it will be required, and that should be multiplied with in 1 year how many seconds will be there. Adu multiplication ಮಾಡಿ. So finally we will get the total amount of electrical energy required from the power plant in 1 year, which is 3.156 into 10 raised to 17 joules. But here what the energy will be released in per fission, that is 200 mega electron volt in the form of a heat energy. This will be in the form of a heat energy. This heat energy is converted into electrical energy. Only 25% is converted into electrical energy. इधर तो 25%, इसका only 25% energy convert होता है. तो उसके लिए इधर 200 into 25 divided by 100, so that means 50 mega electron volt. Later convert into joules, so you will get 8 into 10 raised to minus joules. Per fission how much energy we are getting? Only 8 into 10 raised to minus 12. So now here the number of fissions for this much of energy, ಇದು one fission energy one ಇಷ್ಟು energy ಸಿಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು fissions ಆಗಬೇಕು, how many nuclear reactions per atom ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, that will be obtained by using this total energy which is required divided by energy per fission. That means 3.156 into 10 raised to 17 divided by energy per fission, which is 8 into 10 raised to minus 12. That gives 3.945 into 10 raised to 28 fissions. Now here the number of moles which is required, this total energy what it will be obtained. In 1 mole how many atoms are there, which is equal to Avogadro's number. So therefore this total energy it will be divided by Avogadro's number. Then we will get the number of moles is 34.45 divided by 6.023 into 10 raised to 4 moles. And each mole uranium will be consists of 235 grams. Then multiply this 235 grams, so you will get 1.54 into 10 raised to 7 grams of uranium will be needed for getting this much of energy per day, and per year this much of energy. Per year is energy, ಇದು per second, ಇದು per year energy. So therefore the total mass is 1.54 into 10 raised to 4 kg, or 15,400 kg of uranium will be required. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಥರ್ಮಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು? 15,400 kg mass of uranium will be required, so that we can able to get the total power is 10,000 watt. Means the total energy is 10,000 joules per second. 10,000 into 10 raised to 6, total is 10 raised to 10 joules per second. In 1 year 3.156 into 10 raised to 17 joules energy 6. This is what the questions, few questions we done based on the nuclear fission. Few more questions we will do in the next class. More questions. For example, in case of a nuclear fission, there is a one of the application, that is atom bomb, which is working on the principle of nuclear fission. As you was known, in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, about 56 or 60 years back, what the bomb it will be blast, for that what amount of uranium it will be used, so that the large amount of energy will be released, and based on that we will do another question or another problem.